The Wise Food Company, the emergency 1 month pack. And this is comprehensive, to say the very least. And the funny thing is, when I think about long-term food, and I've done a lot of camping, a lot of hiking, and this would be great for that as well, I don't think of stroganoff, beautiful puddings, granola and things like that, and that's exactly what's been packed into this.
Exactly. This is not just emergency food, because I know you're thinking, oh, great, it'll be dry, it'll be bland, it'll be powdery, and it won't taste great. Erase that from your mind. This is gourmet emergency food from the Wise Company, and the reason we call it gourmet food is because these are meals like a tomato basil soup, tortilla soup, chili mac, beef stroganoff, hearty, comforting, stick to your ribs kind of meals that taste absolutely fabulous. But of course it is all about value. So let's talk about what we get, because at Wise we like to cover all the bases. So this is 100 servings of food. 100 servings, and within those 100 servings you have 28 entree servings, 28 kind of breakfast and grain servings. You have 28 drink servings, and then 16 dessert servings, because you need chocolate, right? If I'm gonna be in an emergency, stressful situation, you'd better give me some chocolate. What I like best about this is enough food for one person for 1 month. So it's broken down so you know what you need for your family, or we'll do a little math here, enough food for 2 people for 2 weeks, or a family of 4 for 1 week. So if you have a family of 4 and you're making your disaster emergency storm plans as we head into a very stormy time of year for all parts of the country, you can kind of look at the size of your family and decide what you need. But what else I like is it is in a grab and go bucket. This bucket is not breakable, very sturdy. Everything fits in here. It is waterproof, it is bug proof, and honestly what I do is I take all this food and I put it in like an under the bed box, and I use the bucket all the time to haul things and haul water. But if you're in a grab and go situation, a wildfire, a flood, you know, the bottom line is things happen. This configuration allows you to have the food that your family would need in a portable container if you would need it.
And guess what? This configuration's come about from the viewers of HSN. You've tried it over several years here at HSN with the Wise Food Company. These are some of the true tested and loved products, not necessarily even during the times of disaster or whatever. They've gone ahead and used it and loved it and suggested these, and they've been put into here. But if you just do the food alone, we're talking less than $90 for this pack, delivered for free, you're prepared and ready to go. But get this, I did the sums just on the food, not even the beverages that are included here. Works out to be $1.25 a serving. $1.25 a serving. And let me assure you, I've tried this product. It tastes great. You got textures. You got the beautiful flavor of this. Now, this can be hydrated, rehydrated with either hot or cold water, but it is a comprehensive pack, and the 5-star reviews that are online talk about just that. Number one, the flavor, because a lot of the people are saying, well, we haven't necessarily had that flood or the fire yet, but we've gone ahead and we just want to try it.
I love that.
And you need to. You need to go ahead and try this because the flavor is astonishing. I think it can be rehydrated with hot or cold water.
Absolutely. Right? So let's talk a little bit about how it's made, and then most importantly, the flavor. The packaging is where it's at in terms of emergency food, because think about it. You're going to buy this as an investment in peace of mind. So how it's made really matters to you. What happens in the Wise factory is that the scientists have found a way to make this in what's called a modified atmospheric package. First of all, these are chef-written recipes, so there is good stuff in these. That's how we get this gourmet taste. But the state-of-the-art packaging is key because it protects the food against humidity and against oxygen. Those are things that make food go bad. So this package protects the food for up to 25 years. 25 years. So now we're talking, you have 6 entrees, you have 4 different types of breakfast cereals, you have 2 different kinds of drinks and 2 different kinds of desserts. You can put them all in a grab and go bucket. You can forget about it. You can check the worry of, will my family have enough to eat? You can check that worry off your list for 25 years. So now you're making an investment of around $1 a serving, but yet you can spread it out over 25 years. It's an amazing value.
Appreciating that you may as well done, with your camping, and a great product for camping as well, not only just with disasters. We talk about, the floodings and the storms, the ice and the cold, all those sorts of things that can come upon us, and they say to be prepared for one payment. In fact, we've got a flex pay on here. We've got flex pays, 5 flex pays on this, or 4 flex pays on this to be able to get this delivered to your door. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee. We're delivering it for free. And you're talking things like stroganoff, strawberry granola, chili macaroni, rice pilaf, things you do not associate with emergency preserved,
exactly.
Right?
These are great tasting meals. Now, let's talk about how we make them. First thing I want to point out, you see burners here. You do not have to use hot water for this food. I'm doing it to speed up the process because Jeff announced that he was hungry.
I'm hungry.
So we want to make sure we get him some food as soon as possible. And I got to tell you, the creamy pasta that I'm pouring in here right now, one of my all-time favorites. So all I do is add water. You can use cold water. You can use room temperature water. In an emergency situation, you can use water from your bathtub. As long as it is potable, safe drinking water, you add the water to the food, you stir it around, and you cover and walk away. Yes, it will reconstitute more quickly with warm water, but it will work with absolutely any kind of water. This is important because a lot of our competitors in the emergency food or convenience food for camping industry, you have to use boiling water.
Right.
Well, think about this. If I have a power outage, if I have an electric stove, how in the heck am I going to boil water? So suddenly this emergency food that I so desperately need to feed my family is not effective. With Wise Foods, any temperature water, pour it in the pouch, pour it into a bowl, pour it into a bucket if it is clean. I mean, let's be real. In an emergency, you're going to do what you have to do.
Right.
Any temperature water works, but the food value and taste is absolutely there. I want to take a minute and get some close-up shots of the entrees and talk about what they are, because we're not just talking, peanut butter, crackers, canned tuna fish. No, that's what used to be in my hurricane kit until I learned about Wise Foods. Rice pilaf with gorgeous herbs in it. So amazingly, not sticky. The consistency of this food as it reconstitutes is absolutely amazing. You
wouldn't think for a million years that's come out of a pack that could be preserved for up to 25 years.
25 years, and look at the consistency of this. And consistency is so important. This is a new addition, this one right here, and I love this. This is our tortilla soup. Okay, this is one of my favorite things to order in a restaurant. Look at the beans, look at the rice, look at the color of the food. We have spices. It's not bland. It's not gummy. It doesn't taste like cardboard. And this is where I love our customers, because this is a customer pick. So our HSN customers have purchased this.
Yep.
They've brought it home, and you have ripped it open and tried it. And that's exactly what I want you to do. Try the chili mac. Try the beef stroganoff so you can get the flavor profile. You can get the taste. And you know that should you choose to turn to this in a weather emergency, if you're out camping, that the taste is going to be there for you. Tomato basil soup, rivaling that in a restaurant. You've got to try this. I know you're going to think I'm crazy.
No,
I'm going to give you the whole big old bowl.
Yeah, that's my size bowl.
Yeah, hand it right up there.
That's my size bowl.
What makes food good when you eat in a restaurant? The spicing. The texture.
I can double dip, can't I?
You can. That is all yours.
That's all mine.
I mean, and wouldn't you think that if I set this down, you came over for dinner, I serve this to you?
The thing about this is the flavor and the texture, and it's not like a big mushy mess, It's such good food, and this is one of the things when you're in that sort of situation, right? Let's be honest. In that situation where, there's a natural disaster, we need things, to keep as comfort food, and that's exactly what this is. But it's not just filling the belly, it's actually nourishing as well. So you've got great texture, great flavor. This soup, no way in a million years. And I say, well, I've got canned soup. This rivals any canned soup, and you can create it with hot or cold water, creating that beautiful meal. Remember, we're talking $1.25 a meal. That's how much this works out to be. For less than $90, 3 flex pays, which will be expiring at midnight tonight, free delivery. Now, we talk about natural disasters. It's the first day of summer. I mean, we're only a short period. We talked about this last time. Only a short period into. No one else have that. That's fine. Short period into the storm season. We've already had what, 3 or 4 storms?
3 named storms. I'm glad you mentioned this. So, and Jeff, since this is not something you and I have talked about before, I am actually a meteorologist. I'm a broadcast meteorologist. I spent more than 20 years doing news and weather across the country. So I have seen this kind of devastation, the tornadoes, the flooding. This happens right now in the Gulf of Mexico. We're watching Tropical Depression 4 would become Tropical Storm Danielle. And as you mentioned, it's only June. A big cold front getting ready to cross the middle of the country right now. Severe weather, concerns for the Midwest, concerns for the Northeast as we go throughout the week. It only takes one storm before you may be stuck in your home with a power outage for days, if not weeks on end. It doesn't have to be a hurricane, doesn't even have to be a tornado. One good severe thunderstorm causes power outages that affect grocery supplies, that affect your ability to get to the grocery. Do this for your family. Your family's most pressing need in any emergency situation, whether you're stranded in the woods, whether you're stuck in your home, whether you simply can't get to the grocery store for whatever reason. Your family's most pressing need is food. What this 1-month emergency supply kit does is it allows you to bring great tasting gourmet food into your home. All you have to do is add water to give the food to your family. Oh, by the way, once you do this, store it in a cool, dry place, and you'll have it for up to 25 years. As a mom of 5 kids, I check off the whew factor with just one less thing to worry about. We will always have food.
Again, this whole show is called Practical Innovations, and this is just practical sense. It just makes sense. As you said, it may not necessarily, but the disaster comes and you're cut off from being able to get whatever. But then comes the grocery stores, and everyone else has gone out and wiped out the stores that are there. You've got this here, and if you don't, we hope you don't ever have to use it. But you know what? If it's not this year or next year or next year, it stores for up to 25 years. Remember, we're talking about stroganoff, we're talking beautiful granolas, we're talking about puddings, we're talking about nourishing, beautiful food that's there. And just the food alone works out to be less than $1.25 per serving. You've got 100 servings. You've got 28 breakfasts, 28 entrees, 28 beverages, 16 dessert servings. For one person, that's a meal for a month.
Absolutely.
Or 3 meals for a month.
And not just food that you subsist on, food you want to eat. I want to show you again, as we get further down the table, some of the other entrees. We've talked about the tortilla soup, the chili mac, the beef stroganoff, the tomato basil soup. The creamy pasta is one of my favorites, and that is one that I have just made, so Jeff can try that. But the cereals, the stick to your ribs grains, you need carbohydrates for energy. Apple cinnamon oatmeal, maple brown sugar oatmeal. I love the fact that we've included yogurt because I'm a big protein person, always preaching, eat protein, it keeps you full. So you can make yogurt with water. Tastes amazing. We added strawberry granola. We added strawberries because these strawberries, some of our most asked for items with Wise Foods. So now we've put them together in this HSN exclusive pack to give you what you love and what you're asking for. And since I know Jeff hasn't gotten to try the pudding, it cracks me up that we put in dessert, but it really made me happy that it was chocolate.
Me too. A beautiful chocolate pudding.
Isn't it amazing? It tastes better than if I had stirred it over the stove grandma style for long periods of time. But again, just reconstituted with water, plus the whey milk, plus the orange drinks. All of this is coming to you in the grab and go bucket. As a mom, I love the inclusion of the whey milk because milk is a comfort factor for kids to have the grains and be able to say, yeah, you can still have cereal in the morning. All I have to do is add some water. Again, you do not have to use boiling water. You do not have to heat the water. It makes it faster, but it is not necessary. So everything you need here, whether you're camping, whether you're boating, whether you're tailgating, whether you just want to have some food at home, because one thing I've realized over the years is we all define emergencies differently. Sometimes the emergency is, I am a sick mom, I cannot get to the grocery store, and I still have a family that needs to eat. Or I'm having a horrible week at work, I can't get out of the office, and I need something that's easy to put together for a babysitter. These meals taste so good that you could use them any night of the week. Now, keep some of them aside for emergencies. You've got 25-year shelf lives here. Slide some under your bed. Put some up in your pantry so you have them. But don't hesitate to use them here and there.
Definitely.
When a tough day strikes, when illness strikes. Because with the economic uncertainty of our world now, I hate to even mention it, but with the political uncertainty of our world now is just a good time where you can get some peace of mind in your house. We can't control all these other things that happen in the world, but we can control what we do in our home. We can get prepared, we can check that worry off the list, and you can have 100 servings of food, enough food for 1 month for one person, for a family of 4 for a week, and it tastes great. And what did you figure out? Just over $1 a serving.
Just over $1.25 a serving. That's just on the food alone. There's 100 servings that we have on there. But it is that peace of mind, okay? That's what it is. It gives you peace of mind. What does it cost you? Here's a question. What does it cost you to go out and do a shop for yourself for the month? We're talking less than $90.
Yep.
Less than $90. This will feed one person 3 meals a day for a month. And then you do the sums, divided by 2, divided by 4, either way. For less than $90, you've got that peace of mind. I mean, that's what it's about,
and
right?
it's priceless.
Look at this.
It's absolutely priceless. I want to mention this because these are immensely popular from Wise Foods. We give you the ability to add a fruit kit, a protein kit, or a vegetable kit. Now, these are things that you would add on to the meals. The fruit simply because it is real fruit. Also a 25